people were obviously theorizing that Epstein was murdered by someone. And if he was, I know you concluded otherwise, but if he was murdered, that would have had to have mean that someone entered his cell that night. So based on your investigation, is there any records from the other cameras that didn't malfunction, but from the solar flare, was there evidence of anyone entering the prison or the cell?
Matter of fact, yes, Tony.
Oh, there was?
Since there was such a prevalent theory about Epstein being murdered, we investigated the visitor logs on the night that he died.
Uh-huh.
Security cameras elsewhere in the prison that weren't affected by those solar flares picked up one particular person at that hour that visited the jail.
And was it one of the Clintons? That's what everyone's wondering right now, I think.
He showed one visitor while the guards were asleep at approximately 2 a.m., but there was no evidence of wrongdoing or foul play.
Okay.
And the distinguishable characteristics about that visitor was that he had a large nose and a pin on his lapel of a flag with blue and white stripes.
A flag of blue and white stripes?
Upon closer investigation, the pin was found out to be a pin of the country of Greece. He was a Greek.
So, all right, let's take a couple steps back here. You're saying there actually was a visitor who entered Epstein's cell while the guards were asleep and the cameras were down. And it was a Greek individual?
We know that he visited the facility. We don't have any footage of him visiting the cell because that's off. But
there was an image you sent of one of the cameras that didn't malfunction, I guess, of him entering, looks like the prison itself. Dirk, if you want to pull up the security footage. So this is the guy?
That's correct.
So he looks like he's entering, all right, yeah, this is probably part of the prison, I guess. It doesn't look like this is where the cells are. And then there's another image, Dirk, if you want to scroll on the... So this is a clearer shot.
A little bit clearer, yeah.
So this is him, and you did a zoom in of the two features you mentioned. You said he had a large nose.
Looks kind of like Woody Harrelson with a larger nose.
Yeah, you're right, it kind of does. So, all right, his nose is pretty big, and then you zoomed in on his pin, and that is, yeah, I guess from what I recognize from high school. You zoomed in more. Yeah, go to the further zoomed in.
Interesting. It looks different, but then when you zoom in even more,
yeah, it's probably
it turns into, it looks...
The Greek flag.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably pixelation or something.
Yeah, it's a pixelation issue. Yeah.
So, yeah. So this guy was Greek.
Yeah.
I mean, Epstein, was this an enemy or a friend? Or because one of the things, one of the other topics that we really wanted to get into around Epstein was people theorized he had a connection to Israel and Mossad. Did you find this to be true?
Not at all, Tony. We did find quite a few connections to Greek intelligence, though.
Greek intelligence? I didn't even know that existed.
Wait, so you think this guy has something... Well, what was this guy doing? What evidence is there that this guy was involved with Epstein at all?
People often theorize that Epstein was working for Israel as a Mossad agent, but that is patently not true.
Okay.
He was working for the Greek intelligence service.
Wow. I didn't even know Greek intelligence existed.
Greek intelligence? Are you mad?
What, that's from Austin Powers?
No, it's Russian intelligence.
Oh.
But why would that guy be there?
Yeah. You were saying there was no evidence of foul play, but why was he there then?
Well, after seeing the Greek visitor visiting the facility, we checked into Epstein's ties to Greece, and all the Greek intelligence services.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that he's an agent for Greece.
Oh, for Greece? Wow, I didn't see that coming. I always thought all signs pointed to Mossad in Israel, but Greece. So, what did you discover from this?
Well, one of the things, if you want to pull up his birth certificate.
Oh, yeah, you did send us that.
True actual name. His real actual name is Jeffrey Epsteinopoulos.
What? Oh, shoot.
That's very Greek.
Wow.
He was a D1 athlete in Greco-Roman wrestling, so he's entrenched in Greek culture.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think you gave us an image of this too from your investigation from his high school records.
Oh, we have the high school records?
Yeah, from the I guess this is the wrestling
From the
team.
wrestling team.
Yeah, wait, zoom in on it.
Was it a Greek wrestling team? What is this?
Yeah, I guess that was the style they did.
Greco-Roman.
Are those like Greek letters on there?
Yeah, it looks like. I don't know. Is it?
So that's Epstein there? Oh yeah, it does kind of look like him. Wait,
That's
zoom
Epstein.
in.
That's definitely Epstein. This
Yeah,
guy.
I never saw him with hair like that though. That's kind of funny.
It makes sense.
Wow.
Well,
So
if you look a little closer, he looks fairly Greek.
yeah, wait, zoom in on him.
Yeah. Sorry, I would keep going.
Oh yeah, I guess he kind of does actually. He kind of has those features. I guess like the nose is kind of a Greek thing.
Well, this is like it's like Alexander the Great's hair.
Yeah, you're
Those
right.
curls.
Uh-huh. Wow. Very interesting. So he was working for Greece. How does Greece like play into
Thought he was going to say very handsome.
Well,
that's
is
what-
this, is this what you
Apparently that's what
Is this what you think about him?
No, I'm not even looking at him.
Well, you're the only person that's thinking that.
I'm not. I thought that's what Tony was going to say.
projecting?
Well, knowing him, I'm surprised he didn't call him a hunk.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to take the words out of Giselle's mouth. Is he the best looking guy on the team? No, that guy's got a pretty big neck on the right.
Well, it turns out our report showed that Greek intelligence sent Epstein to the U.S. to pose as a Jewish agent to cause trouble for Israel.
Oh, so that's the okay. I was wondering how Greece played into this.
Not all these crazy geopolitics. I can't follow along.
No,
with you, man.
I don't.
Greece and Israel were in the middle of a secret proxy war at the time.
Proxy war.
Oh, really? I never even heard of it. Did you? You follow foreign policy more than I do.
Secret proxy war? I didn't know that. No. Who were the proxies in this proxy war?
I don't even know what proxy means. So
Yeah. Well.
Greece and Israel.
yeah.
It's like a shadow war between intelligence services.
Oh,
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
So your team found that this was happening around when Epstein came to America, I guess, and started posing as a Jewish Israeli. That's why he changed his name to Epstein?
That's correct.
Huh.
His cover was completely created prior to his arrival.
Whoa.
What was his name? Epsteinopolis? Yeah, I've heard.
So the interesting thing is that I know intelligence agencies kind of do is they kind of have their own inner feuds kind of outside of really what's going on publicly, politically. I know the KGB from Russia often sends their agents to America to pose as people, as Americans, and then they do shady things to kind of frame Americans for the stuff they're doing. So you're saying Greece sent Epstein to America to pose as an Israeli man to do all these shady things to frame Israel?
That's correct.
Wow.
And they sent Giselle Maxwell as well.
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell?
Ghislaine.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I was gonna say
Glenn.
Giselle.
Yeah. Are you a secret agent?
You're a doppelganger
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, no wonder you were so attracted to Epstein. You're Giselle Maxwell.
All right, boys, get her.
So,
Let him in.
So Ghislaine was sent to assist him from the Greek intelligence services also. She's
Oh.
also a Greek agent,
Whoa.
Oh, that must be how they. I mean, that's how they met then. Clearly.
as was her father.
Oh,
Robert.
yes.
Oh,
that's right.
Robert Maxwell, yeah. So he was that billionaire. He was like a media mogul or something. But yeah, he was also alleged to have ties to Mossad in Israel. But now everything's really just to frame Israel. So their hands are clean on all this.
They come out squeaky clean, that's for sure. Robert Maxwell was a world-class diver and yachtsman, and he drowned.
Yeah, that makes
Very
sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
Very unusual.
I mean, could this have anything to do with what's going on now? Like, are the Palestinians somehow involved with the Greeks?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because that would make sense to make it seem, oh, they're the bad guys. So
Greece is only a few hours away.
it's very close.
It's really not that far.
Really? I didn't even know that.
That must be the proxy in the proxy war.
Wait, what does proxy mean?
It's like a proxy war is when the two countries
Hmm.
are at war and they use other people to fight their wars for them.
Oh.
So it's kind of like how the United States and the Soviets were in the Cold War.
Right.
They didn't actually fight, but they used well, sometimes I guess they did in some situations, but mostly it was they used like local like the South Korea versus North Korea kind of thing,
Hmm.
to do their fighting for them. And like in the Middle East, there was a lot of that too.
And then you have Mossad's motto is to wage war by false flags.
Whoa.
Well, is it Mossad's motto, or is that what we've been told?
Yeah, maybe that's Greeks.
That's,
Is
that's
it- maybe-
Mossad's motto.
Oh, that's
Oh,
their
that
actual.
actually
For
is.
real.
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
thinking maybe okay.
I don't know what to believe against.
I don't know what to
Israel
believe anymore.
So that's
That's part of the whole plan.
yeah.
Confusion. Yeah.
Wow, that's really fascinating. I feel like part of the problem was Israel's really getting a bad rep during all this stuff because everyone's saying, "Oh, Epstein, Mossad, this, Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine, Mossad agents doing these things," and then they're blaming the people from Israel and stuff. But that's not
Yeah.
fair to them,
I mean, the birth certificate's here.
right?
The pin.
Uh-huh.
There's some evidence here for this.
Making a